talk about gear, because you know I don't settle for anything less than the best. Look, when I'm in the gym, I need clothes that are going to move with me, not against me. That is why I choose Barbell Apparel, and it doesn't matter if I'm throwing out weights or I'm headed out for the night. I look good, I feel good, and I perform even better. Now here's the scoop. Barbell Apparel's annual hoodie sale is on right now, and you don't want to miss this. If you spend over $99, they are going to give you a free Athletic Fit Performance hoodie. We're not talking about just any hoodie. There are 7 brand new designs engineered for athletes just like us. These are comfortable, they're stylish, and they're built to perform. But here's the catch. These hoodies sell out every single year. So if you want in on this action, you gotta move fast, stock up on your favorite barbell gear, snag that free hoodie, and don't look back. Remember, when they're gone, they are gone. So get after it. Go to barbellapparel.com today to upgrade your wardrobe and snag the best hoodie in the business. Or you want to make it real easy? Just click on the link. I put it below. Dana White goes to the post-fight press conference. Dana White says he doesn't know what's going to be next for Lopes. And Lopes was definitely a star of the evening. Whatever happened the night that Lahal became champion over Leon, do you guys remember that post-fight press conference? Because it wasn't one of these, oh my goodness, I'm so happy what I saw. You know, let's figure out what goes here from Blal. Well, I don't know what it was. But it wasn't that. Okay, but it's the same thing with Merab. I don't know what that was. I don't know if there was a annoyance with that style that Merab had, an annoyance with the fight. If the yelling to the cornerman, if the kissing, I don't really know. I just know it wasn't the Merab era's here. He's won 10 fight. Like, you know, we knew it was coming. It wasn't that. So, Valentina, Grasso, right? One of those moments. Had one of those myself. A guy named Paulo Filo. Nobody wants to see me now. I want to be told good job. I just accomplished something over a world champion. I want to be told good job. Good job. Your job's to entertain. You didn't do that. All right. So I feel for these ladies. But what I'm bringing to you is the star of the night in many ways truly was Diego Lopes. Truly. Diego Lopes has done everything that you need to do except have that crowning win over a name-recognizable fighter. That is what was truly on the line here. So, many people counted him out, by the way, and I'm talking about Brian Ortega. I was not so sure. I'm saying, hey, wait just a minute. This is good money. At one point, my partner DraftKings were willing to pay 2.5 to 1. That sure Lopes was going to win. Now, when DraftKings publicly takes on the rankings committee, I like that. I like it. Because DraftKings will do it publicly, and they'll put their money where their mouth is. The rankings committee might be a person, a group of people. It might even be a computer program like the BCS used to do. It is unmanned, unnamed, and no one knows. And I only share that they said Lopes not only can't beat Ortega, they said there's only 2 guys in the company that can beat Ortega, and they said they know of 12 people in the company that can beat Lopes. That is exactly what it means when you're ranked number 13. When you're ranked number 13, the experts hired to do this are saying, I know 12 people that can beat him. Okay. Lopes, I apologize, Ortega, ranked number 3. It means there's only 2 around here that can beat him. So I bring that to you because how does 13 become a 2-to-1 favorite over number 3? Got a disagreement, don't we? All right. So Lopes is the real deal. I didn't understand that he had that power. I've seen him knock people out. I know that he is powerful. That's different. To have that kind of power that you can sustain, that's the real rarity. So many people believe that they saw Lopes get tired against Dan Ige. That, hey, there's an opening right there. Before you start talking about title fights, man, hey, this guy barely finished 15 minutes. Don't talk about 25. This was a real narrative that he was trying to overcome. Now, it's not what we saw though, right, guys? Right, I'm talking to the Eagles over here. Bad Guy Inc., we made it very clear, he was 145 pounds and took on a man that was 165 pounds. When you're pushing and pulling that size around, for sure, you will get fatigued at an unreasonable rate. And that got proven. That got proven to be right. He could hold up, and that power and that duration lasted. And Ortega did what Ortega was supposed to do, and he did what I told you guys I thought he was going to do. And he didn't win the fight, but he represented the very reason that Dana White put this event on. The grit, the determination, that fighting spirit. He knew when the math and numbers went against him, but he chose to go on anyway. So Dana White says, I'm just laying out the fight for you, kid. It's a big deal. The Sphere and all the eyeballs, and if you were to look at anybody and go, boom, this is the one whose stock raised the most, it just might have been Diego Lopes. So Dana gets to a post-fight press conference, and Dana talks about it. Dana puts him over. Says how great he did and excited, and he's got that look in his eye. He was yelling tonight, boy, he wants his opportunity. And I'd be very open to having him be the backup fighter for Ilia Topuria and Max Holloway. So this is where we leave off. That is massive. That is the next best thing to a title shot. There is not anything that Dana could have said. If Dana says anything that lets you know that your journey to a title shot physically might be over. All right, he didn't say, hey, he needs one more. We don't know who it's going to be. Hey, I'm going to put him into a number one contendership. Let's see what happens. It doesn't say any of those things that guarantees that you have to get in that cage again and compete. Very, very big deal. And I remember thinking, wow, this is really something. I went back to the hotel. I'm going to my manias and my elbows, and I'm keeping up right now. I'm depressed. Fights are over. I'm getting the blues. I'm going and checking the storylines. Well, one of the stories that come to is Volkanovski is open to fighting Lopes, but Volkanovski was, and this is consistent, he has never come off this. Volkanovski has insisted that his next fight is a title fight. And the way Volk is speaking, he's not speaking as though this is what he's campaigning for. He is speaking, oh, this is so, meaning he has already been told that from the boss. He hasn't said those words. When I say he's speaking, I mean he's speaking to my ears and my interpretation. I get that things change. But I believe that Volk is totally confident because when he spoke about Lopes, yes. The answer was yes. And not if Lopes goes and beats the winner of Topuria Max. He was saying right now, if it's for an interim belt. Now, how do we get there? That is very interesting. Because that's not the first time. Volkanovski is not the first time in recent memory to call for an interim championship when there is no rumor that there's anything wrong with the undisputed champion. There is no rumor even out there about Ilia Topuria or that he would need some time off. So the idea that you're then going to have an interim championship, it was just a fascinating claim. I'm just bringing it to your guys' attention. Now, these two things don't totally work, do they? I don't know that you can have, okay, hey, Volk, when you come back, whenever that is, it'll be for a title. I don't know that you can have that and put Diego in the backup spot. There might be a time. In fact, I feel like there is, even though my mind can't think of who it was. There might be a time where we had a backup fighter, and I'm talking about a real backup fighter, where they know about it, they train for it, they get licensed, they weigh in. I can't remember a time where those things happened, and then they were not next. Happened with Volkanovski, as a matter of fact. Oliveira, Islam, Volk goes in, Volk goes on and gets the title opportunity next. Now, it wouldn't guarantee that it was Lopes, but I do think that Max and Topuria is a wildly important match. And we don't do interim. I apologize. We don't do backup fighters all the time. I wish we did. As a matter of fact, it has never been disclosed to us, the audience, the rhyme or reason for the nights that we do have a backup fighter. I mean, I would just assume that Tom Aspinall is the backup fighter for the Garden, the end. Let's make the announcement now. It's great marketing. They're having problems getting this back and forth, go with the two. Just bring him in that announcement. I think it works, but they don't agree with me. A lot of times we'll have backup fighters, including over the weekend with Fiora, where we're never told. You've got to watch the actual weigh-in at 9 a.m. to see him come up. As a matter of fact, they don't even bring that backup fighter to the ceremonial weigh-in later in the day. There is no announcement, no headline. You literally have to be in front of the internet watching to even know it's a thing. But I don't know that you can do both at the same time. I don't know that you can have told Volk, hey, Volk, when you come back, it will be for the belt. Hey, Lopez, big fight. We need to bring you in. Now, guys, do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see? I hope I didn't bounce around too much. Volk would know. If something's going on in that division that hasn't got to us, Volk would know. And a lot of times when you know when you're sworn to secrecy, you keep that deal, but then your mind gets a little bit confused on what's been released and what hasn't. So is this a Freudian slip by Volk? Is that what happened here? Is there a rumor that there is something going on, and it wouldn't just between Max and Topuria, it would have to be Topuria specifically to call for an interim match? Lopez, and these fights aren't all getting backup fighters. So for Lopez to be put into a position to be the backup fighter, is there a rumor out there? Did the company have a Freudian slip by saying, we need a backup fighter? Did Volk, who of course would know what is going on, forget that hasn't been revealed to us? Is Uncle Chael been on an airplane for the last day and missed something? Why do we have a top mind and a top guy in Volkanovski believing there needs to be an interim fight? Why is that? And is it any relation to the reason that we've been told that we're probably going to have a backup fighter for the featherweight fight?